Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a special episode on camp meals. Because if you're like me, when you started deciding to go hiking and started looking at packable meals, the cost of the meals tended to be a little off-putting. So I started researching on what I needed for my own personal dietary needs and looked for cost, nutrition, and weight. So let's get into this and I'll show you what I do for mine and you can adjust accordingly. Please click like and subscribe to join my hiking family. So, I start my meals with a big, strong carb base. Now normally in the real world, carbs are not our friends, but you burn through a lot of calories and carbs when you're hiking the trail, especially if you're on a mountainous trail like the Appalachian Trail. So I burn through a lot of carbs. These are organic, so I'm not a big fan of the excess chemicals, additives, and preservatives they put in regular ramen noodles. These I buy for about 99 cents. Regular ramen noodles, generally about 17 cents. So the base of your meal, the main meat or the main body of your meal is actually pretty inexpensive. So next, I add the meat to my meal. I go with Mountain House freeze-dried, pre-cooked ground beef. There are about 40 20-gram servings in this can. This can costs $49. So now you've added a ballpark of about an extra $1 to each meal. So I measure out on my handy-dandy kitchen scale 20 grams of ground beef. That's 20 grams of ground beef. It doesn't look like much in here, but it does expand a bit and it does add a lot of bulk to your meal. Next, I move on to the vegetable portion of the meal. Now I buy vegetable soup mix because it comes with a good variety of different kinds of vegetables and includes some potatoes, so you even have some more carbs in there as well as other vitamins. Each meal I measure out 1/4 of a cup. Now at the time of filming, a 16-ounce bag of these vegetables was just under $12. So now once I have all the ingredients together, I take a plastic pouch. Now these pouches are a little bit bigger than I need them to be for my meal, so I cut them down a bit, and it's not wasted because I will reuse this, and you'll see how in a bit. So I put my ramen in, then my meat, and then my vegetables. I used to use jerky, but the ground beef actually has more of a better mouthfeel, and you're not chewing as hard, and it gets a better consistency very quickly. So now I've got all of this. Then I add the seasoning. I usually go with a chili mix. This one is Augustin Farms. At the time of this shooting, this wasn't available anymore on Amazon, but it should be back again soon. But you can use any chili mix you like. And I put in about 3 tablespoons of chili. It adds a thickening sauce, extra flavor, and there's extra nutrition in there as well. Sometimes I use just the flavor packet from the ramen noodles. Sometimes I'll throw it in as well as the chili. It depends on what mood you're in and whether or not you can handle eating the same exact thing every day for several days on the trail. So this is my Food Saver vacuum sealer. When I started looking into doing my own camp meals, one of the big factors was how to transport it, how to prepare them. It was one day when I was using my vacuum sealer at home for another purpose that I remembered that the commercials many years ago said that you could freeze your leftovers and reheat them by dropping the whole pouch in boiling water while still sealed. So I figured if you can drop these in boiling water, then you can pour hot water into them. On my first section hike of the Appalachian Trail, we were packing our meals using my food saver, and after 20 or 30 uses, it finally gave up the ghost. Now that sounds bad, but considering the fact that it had served me well for over 18 years, there was no question what product I was going to get when it came time to replace my food saver. So I bought this model. This model is actually better in many ways. It has a switch over here that goes from store, which locks this flap down. The old one just flopped around, to operate, which locks it down with its hermetic seal, and then open. And that unlocks it, allows you to open this. So what I do is I simply open up the food saver, put the edge of the bag into the vacuum trough, close it, set it to operate, push the vacuum seal button, and you see right there that red light designates that it is now heat sealing your bag. When the lights go out, you flip this lever to open, and you hear that hiss. That's releasing the air. And here you have a vacuum sealed camp meal ready to go. You just heat up your water, slit it, pour the water in while you're setting up your Marmot tungsten one-person hiking tent. It hydrates, and it's ready within 5 to 10 minutes. Now, you remember that piece that I cut off of this pouch? Let's not forget about this. With this, we lay it on the heat sealing strip right here, set it again to operate, and just push seal. And what it's doing right now is it's creating a heat seal so that it can become a small pouch. There you go. Now there's a small pouch. With these, again, they don't go to waste. I put trail mix, I put jerky, other quick access, small amount foods that I put in my pocket to just give me a quick snack along the way so I don't have to have a meal every time. So there you have it. A nutritious, light, small space camp meal for under $3 that you can prepare in just a few minutes. There's nothing wrong with many of the camp meals on the market. I just didn't like the cost. And some of the preparation time was a little on the high side. There's some of them there were too many steps in order to make dinner, and at the end of the day, the last thing you want is a lot of steps and then end up taking shortcuts just to eat a meal. So while there's nothing really wrong with many of the camp meals on the market other than the high cost, I like these. I make them myself. They're quick and easy. I can make a bunch at once, and they don't take up much space in my pack. So I can carry 2 weeks worth and still have plenty of room in my pack for everything else. This is the Food Saver Vacuum Sealer. I've only shown you one use of this thing. This thing has many, many uses. Over here, there's an accessory port where you can plug in other accessories to vacuum seal other things for other purposes. If you want me to do a review of the accessories, send me an email at trailnameace@gmail.com or leave a comment below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Be sure to visit trailnameace.com to find links to products I've reviewed. Thanks for watching, and keep hiking!